Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Tanveer Syed, Tan Tiger 01, the Bengal Dragon. Make sure to hit that like button, that subscribe button, follow me on Twitter, Tan Tiger 01, and hit that bell notification button as well. Sorry for the extreme delay, but here's what here's here's the thing. Life happens, and sometimes life happens in a very big way, and sometimes life keeps you extremely busy as it takes a very sharp turn. This new road you're going down, it might have way too many more obstacles and requires way too much more dedication than the previous road that you've been on. So with that being said, I finally found some time to make this video. So this is going to be a Bangladesh cricket video, and these are my thoughts on Bangladesh cricket during the Afghanistan test and during the Tri Nation series, the Zimbabwe Afghanistan Bangladesh series. First of all, shout out to Hamilton Masakadza, served his country well for a very long time. He's been like somewhat of a consistent performer, and at once was the youngest centurion in Test cricket, I believe. But yeah, has served his country very well. And you know what? I wish him the best post retirement. Hopefully, we'll still get to see him in T20 tournaments and like BPL and whatnot, and even see. In fact, maybe he is in the CPL, maybe he's not. But yeah, like let's hope he stays involved with cricket. And like Zimbabwe cricket is going through a tough time, and it was a very good gesture by Bangladesh cricket to actually lend out this hand to them, and like even like covering some of their living costs. Okay, with that being said, uh, wow, Bangladesh. See, you get this again and again. The transition period once the new coach comes in, you get this again and again. Russell Domingo came in. Uh, uh, Domingo came in, who I don't think is a bad choice, because he seems to be a bit more proactive. Well, right now I believe he's observing the A team in Sri Lanka or something like that. Okay, Charles Langeveld came in, who I believe is with Russell Domingo right now. Vettori is about to come in for a brief stint, I believe. So that's a good thing. Ryan Cook is retained as the coach. Don't know too much about that, but I don't make the decisions. And well, now let's start with the test match. The test match. Listen, Bangladesh completely went in ill prepared because Shakib knew very well, and I believe a lot of other players knew very well that you are not going to outspin Afghanistan. You are not going to outspin, I'll say this, the best spinning team in the world. And I'm no hyperbole. The spinners Afghanistan have, first of all, are much more plentiful than any other cricketing nation right now in terms of who's active, like who's an active spinner. Also, in terms of quality and variation, are much more skilled and who have a lot more potential. Okay, you have Mujibur Rahman, you have Rashid Khan, you have the new leg spinner uh, Zahir Khan, I believe. You have Mohammad Nabi. He retired from Test cricket, but yeah. So you'll get his replacement as well. Where Bangladesh could have beaten Afghanistan was in the pace department, but Bangladesh did not choose to go that way for some reason because uh, the management seems to be a bit too defensive. And to be honest, I'm getting sick and tired of I would say a 24/7 cheery attitude of Nazmullah Hassan Papon. It Because listen, people who are like even a little bit street smart or whatnot, people who like when they see constant cheery attitudes and whatnot, the first for some reason they can't help but the first word come to mind is con artist instead of a pragmatist. Well, better late than never. We got I won't say a dedicated leg spinner, but I will say somewhat of a leg spinner because he was a batsman, but he decided to turn his hand in, or like he decided to like turn his arm in giving leg spin a go. So Amanul Islam Biplab. So like I mentioned, the test matches did not go well because Bangladesh prepared for to the strengths of Afghanistan and not their weaknesses. So in fact, they gave Afghanistan home conditions, more home conditions and more preferable conditions than Bangladesh. Yes, Bangladesh also thrives in spin, but Bangladesh are a bit more better adapted to playing pace, maybe than spin. So remove that factor. And also shout out to Tahir Islam for getting 100 wickets. But after that, there's really nothing to write home about. And just while we're on this, if Shakib Al Hasan doesn't want the captaincy, just give it to someone else. Okay, just give it to someone else. Just because you're a good player doesn't mean you'll make a good captain. Okay, because captaincy requires leadership skills. Skill for, knowledge about like a bit more. From the logistical side of things, it needs a little more expertise. If Shakib doesn't want to be the test captain, just give it to Mahmudullah or Mushfiqur, back to Mushfiqur Rahim or someone else. I think Mushfiqur Rahim, he deserves another go. Like make Shakib the vice captain. Like have him consult Shakib. Like say like, okay, like should we go aggressive or should we go ultra defensive and all that stuff. Because in the end, if Shakib's captaincy hampers Shakib's cricketing, captaincy should not be given to Shakib. It's not for everyone. It was not for Lara. It was not for Tendulkar. It might not be for Shakib as well. Okay, it's just a fact of the matter. Anyways, now speaking of Amul Islam Biplab and going to the T20 series, I think Bangladesh did better than expected, but still Bangladesh, like their middle order and lower middle order came to the rescue too many times. Too many times. This sort of tells you that that stability Tamim Iqbal was providing was actually disrupted heavily to the point where they had to open with like uh, Nazmul Hussain Shanto, who's like I've seen this kid a little bit. He is not T20 material at all. He is not international T20 material. Okay, they could have brought back Imrul Kais. I don't know I don't know what they got against Imrul Kais, but they could have got him back. Okay, they could have ran a bit longer with Shomo Sarkar, and instead of having Shomo Sarkar play the senior statesman after only 4 years in cricket, you might have someone a bit more experienced to open with Shomo Sarkar in Imrul Kais. If you want to play someone new, then try someone who's a genuine opener, like who will fit that role. Maybe move an Afif Hussain up the order. And speaking of Afif Hussain, he kind of showed his abilities against Zimbabwe, although there were some drop chances. He needs to work on that. He's handy with the ball as well, but don't count on him too much. And Amul Islam Biplab, he had a good debut, but unfortunately, he got injured that match, or I believe during a training session, had stitch up his arm and whatnot. And Domingo made a good point. Although it's not his bowling arm, he has to go field as well. Yeah. Do you really want to be stopping a ball with a bad arm? And this takes me back to, I believe there was a commentary, there was a West Indies tour of Bangladesh, and I believe West Indies tour of Bangladesh. Shahzad Hussain was still playing, and he got injured in the left arm, and Michael Holding said that has no relevance because that's not his bowling arm. I'm like, nah, it has relevance because you just don't bowl and then go like take a dump for for like 2 minutes and then come back and bowl again. No, You bowl. After that, you have to field. Okay, but that being said, Shakib had to try and rescue people again. Mustafiz Rahman is like a bit off form because he's starting to get figured out. It's good to see, however, good to see Shafil Islam make a good comeback. Mohammad Saifuddin starting to slowly find his groove again. Okay, it's good to see those things, and Mohammad Saifuddin, he's getting a bit more and more uh, used to he's getting more and more experienced in learning how to swing the ball. So that's a good thing. Let's just hope he does not turn out to be a Mahabubul Alam, if anyone remembers who Mahabubul Alam is. Because listen, I was a bit surprised he dropped off the radar because Mahabubul Alam could swing the ball in any condition. In any condition, Mahabubul Alam could swing the ball because like if you ever seen this guy bowl, okay, you will see that he rarely delivers a ball that doesn't swing. Okay, so let's just hope he doesn't turn out to be another Mahabul Alam. Hopefully that will not be the case. And yeah, it's good to see Shafil Islam back, and hopefully this time he can stick around for a bit longer because I thought he was let go a bit prematurely, for the pacer hunt and whatnot. But yeah, it's mostly a mixed bag condition in terms of Bangladesh cricket right now. There's more lows than highs, definitely. And there's definitely a lot to work on. This new coaching staff just came in. It seems like some players have decided to play the NCL or the Bangladesh domestic cricket, at least for a few matches or whatnot. One of them is Tamim Iqbal, or so I hear. So that's a good sign. And speaking of Tamim Iqbal, it turns out he went to Thailand, I believe, or that's what the reports say. And after taking a little bit of vacation, he worked extra hard on his fitness. Very good sign as well. Came back, started batting. Very good sign. Like you know, like now let's see if it pays off because in the end, people judge you by the payoff, not how you trained for the payoff. Like because if the payoff is not there, people will automatically associate whatever you didn't work. If the payoff is good, then people will associate whatever you did for the payoff, is worth it. This is just on a basic level. On a deeper level, that's more like introspection stuff, and psychoanalysis type of thing, which we'll not get to in the video. Anyways, that's my thoughts on the state of Bangladesh cricket right now. So let me know what you guys think about the state of Bangladesh cricket in the comment section below, and also hit that like, subscribe, bell notification button. It's your boy Tanvi Saad, the Bengal Dragon, signing out.